Stylist.com.
Okay, welcome back. We're here at WOL 1450, the C. Allen Morning Show, Beauty Talk Radio with Bennett and Brown. And right now, it's time to hear from our Sonya Magett. I don't even know how to start this. I've known Sonya for a long time, and she's a powerhouse. She's a stylist, fashion editor, writer. She's worked with or for Rolling Stone magazine, Paper, Essence, Vibe Vixen. I met her because she was the launching fashion editor for Honey magazine. She's also launched Essence sister publication Suede. She's styled many celebrities that you know. Queen Latifah, Joy Bryant, Tyra Banks, Lauryn Hill, Mary J. Blige, Little Kim. I could keep going. Do you understand me? So, you know, as if anything else that she could do, she's written a book and writing another one and getting ready to launch another magazine. Sonya, welcome to the show.
Welcome, Seven Brown.
Can you believe that's you?
Me. And also, thank you, C. Allen.
Not a problem. I'm looking at your picture here. I tell you, everyone, she's absolutely gorgeous. I'm hoping that we can get Earl to put her picture up on the CAllenMorningShow.com. Of course, we like, Sonya, all of our listeners to see the beautiful people that we work with and that we're talking to. So we're really excited to have you on the air. And I was explaining to Seven this morning, you know, this is Women Empowerment Month. This is Women's Month, Empowerment, Beauty, all those kind of stuff. So I'm going to sit back and let Seven work this interview with Miss Sonya Magett this morning.
Well, let's see if he's not going to have anything to say, Sonya. That would be a first.
I think he'll be in agreement with what, you know, some of my viewpoints are, as well as you will be.
Well, let's get started. So on the top of my list, you know, we talked about this all last week, the Viola Davis movement. Talk to me about Miss Viola Davis.
Okay, it's been real fascinating how from the minute she stepped out on the red carpet, there was more buzz on her hair than there was about her dress, her beautiful green dress. I think we all can admit to that. And even up to the following 5 days, I mean, it was almost the equivalent of when Beyonce debuted her pregnancy at the VMA Awards last year.
I agree.
I mean, it got so much buzz. It was, you know, it was top of the trends for Google. Now, the thing that was most interesting to me as I read mainstream media's viewpoint of it is while women of color were celebrating it and even non-black women thought it was a great and a bold move, mainstream media and non-black women, I found, didn't understand what the hype and what the meaning was for women of color, for Viola Davis to make a move such as going natural. And so what I've thought about, and in several conversations, is that the reason non-black women and the media doesn't understand why it meant such a big deal to women of color is because they can't relate to our experiences. They can't relate to our history. There's a real narrative about the discourse in our history about the relationship between black women and their hair. Am I right or am I wrong, Seven?
You're absolutely right.
Okay, so for us, it was seen almost as a political statement. New York Magazine, you know, all these different publications, they're like, why is it considered revolutionary? Andre Leontelli said it was groundbreaking. Okay, and I read a great quote from a feminist, Rebecca Walker, last week. She said something to the extent of basically what she is saying is the character I portray is just something to the extent of it's just a character. And I'm stepping away from the plantation and I'm showing you who I really am. And I thought that was a really powerful statement because, again, people are not understanding the history. There's history about it. And that's why Andre Leontelli called it groundbreaking. And what she did was revolutionary. And that's why, you know, we're talking about the history. We're talking about why Madam C.J. Walker, our first black woman millionaire, am I right? She made money.
Now he's about to start talking.
I tell you,
doing what? Finding a way to solve the black woman's problem that we've been dealing with for several hundred years of being told that our natural hair is ugly. This is, I hate to say it, but that's what the relationship is, and that's what and so the media will never understand what that is. Non-black women will never understand what that is because the relationship between black women and hair is complicated.
Let me ask you a question before he gets in there.
Have mercy, have mercy. Sonya, you better say it. Thank you, Richard Pelzer, who is listening.
Make your money, am I right, C. Allen?
Who is listening.
You're making money off our issues.
Oh, let me tell you something. Who is listening from the Dominican Republic, our executive producer, Richard Pelzer. Thank you for sending Sonya, because Sonya, you got chills running up and down my spine. That's all I wanted to say.
This is C. Allen not talking, everyone.
But you know, Madam C.J. Walker
is his favorite. You hit a button.
Yes, and Sonya, I say the quote every week to my students. They know it by heart. You know, Madam C.J. Walker, it doesn't matter how good you are if no one knows. That's a whole nother subject. But you are absolutely correct, because when you look at the pictures of Viola Davis with the wigs and Viola Davis with relaxed hair and all the other kind of stuff, and then when you look at the pictures side by side with her rocking that short, natural look, you have to know the history in order to understand how that was truly groundbreaking at the Academy Awards
right. At the height of her success.
At the height.
Which is my point.
Ahead,
you know
sorry,
how
Sarah.
people say...
Should have got me started. Go ahead. I'm sorry, babe.
You have to have it in order to give it. And she used iconic position, whether she won or lost, for the betterment of how many people.
And guess what? And so I nominate her our beauty empowerment queen, not just for this month, but for at least, Gus, for generations. Let's not get it twisted.
That's right.
My unborn daughter, okay, I'm not pregnant, but if I ever have a daughter,
I was going
to have a conversation about it. She's going to look in the history books. You know, like the moments like, J-Lo's dress, or when Catherine Hepburn wore pants. This is going to be added as an iconic moment in Oscar fashion. Do not get it twisted, okay? Not just Bjork when she dropped her little egg out her pants. This made a bigger deal than Sacha Baron Cohen spilling fake ashes on Ryan Seacrest. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
Absolutely.
Because of the history, and that is undeniable. So the main thing we got to always remember is what's also important is that, do you know that studies have shown in the last 2 years that black women with our average median income of less than $35,000, we spend $500 billion, not $500,000 kids, not $500 million. We spend $500 billion on hair care and beauty products. Did you know that?
Yes, we talk about this all the time. So coming out of your mouth, everyone hears it.
Okay.
It's the truth.
And why is it that we're overspending, on beauty, and why are we spending so much on beauty products and doing all these things to quote unquote keep up with the Joneses? Because
to look
of the
good
history.
on the
We're
outside.
spending literally $500 billion. But what's happening right now is there's almost like and this is what Viola Davis was really like sort of giving the rest of the world the inside peek on, is there's a quiet revolution that a lot of African American women of color, are returning back to their natural hair. Now, some of them are returning to going back to natural hair, whether it's natural, right, like Viola's, or some of them, they still go for a straight and relaxed look, but they're growing out their relaxers. C. Allen, would you agree with me on this, sir?
Oh, absolutely.
In cities like Atlanta and
absolutely.
When I've been to D.C., a lot of these women, their hair looks like it's natural. It's like it's been relaxed, and it's not. It's theirs, and it's straight, and it's bouncy, and they figured it out.
And when I tell you that started, I would say that started a couple of years ago. It started first at our Georgia Avenue location, which is across from Howard University. Girls were coming in, and they had natural hair, and we've never seen it like that before, and they wanted a blowout. They just wanted their hair flat iron or pressed, and they just wanted to just go. They just want that nice, bouncy, flowy look. And 705 Florida Avenue, that is what we do 85% of the time, which is natural hair. And when they leave, you would think it was relaxed hair.
Nice.
I'm posting on Twitter right now, celebrities rocking the big chop. So those of you who don't know who those celebrities are or what they look like, you can see it now.
Well, now,
And,
Sonya, this is the thing, though. The question that we're going to ask, we have to go to a commercial break, but I want you to think about this. And I want to talk about, I think that's great in reference to Viola Davis. I feel that in my mind, in my heart, she really won on a much larger level. She may not have walked away with the Oscar, but she have won on a much larger level.
We all won.
Absolutely.
And now I want to talk about, when we come back, ownership. Where is the ownership in reference to women, black women, or shall I say women of color? It's great that you guys are empowering yourself, but I want you to talk to me about what is going on. Is there a revolution with the Miss Jessies and Jane Carter solutions and all of that? Talk to me when we come back about the ownership in reference to black women and women empowerment. So listen, we're going to take a break now. We'll be right back. We have Sonya Magett, fabulous celebrity stylist, author, the forefront of empowerment. We're going to be